And so yeah, this one is actually idiot proof, where it won't let you get to the next screen without all the right information. So just need to get to the rest of that with it. And so this next screen is just, so again, so because this is designed for food pantries, oftentimes when they're converting their information from paper to electronic, they want to put in the rest of the information about the family, the other names of the people, or other services that they've given them. But you guys aren't doing any of that, so when you get to this next screen, just click Add. What? Why does it say that? What? Darn it.
Oh, I didn't think I didn't fill something out.
Actually, no. I'm going to.
Do you think that Mark Spencer wrote something?
I think Mark or Mike is. So that's not your fault, Garrett. We just implemented a privacy policy in our system, so things are crashing a little bit here and there. Hopefully, it won't be a problem for you guys. But I can't make guarantees. All right. So you got through the process. Basically, when he got done here, he was just going to take you to that screen that we all saw before when we found somebody and we clicked on their name. That's all it's going to do. So those are just the 2 steps to get there. And so like I was talking about here with, thanks for your time, appreciate it. So again, so we have a family of Sherman Briscoe and Mary Briscoe. Sherman normally comes to the pantry, but occasionally Mary does. So if we go from the main tab to the family members here, you can say yes. And so when I look up Mary Briscoe instead of Sherman, I get something that looks like that. So lives with Sherman Briscoe, but that's Mary Briscoe's name.
And one way you might find that is like, if the mom usually comes to the pantry, but the dad, for whatever reason, takes a kid to the doctor that day, one way you might find them that way is just by searching the address. Their address might come up, and so the whole household will be listed under the address, and that's how you can then change the person from not searchable to searchable. So if all else fails and you can't find their name, just look for the address, look for the phone number. Oh, do you live with such and such? Oh yeah, that's my wife. She usually goes to the pantry, but I just happen to be off today and I'm taking my kid to the doctor. So anyway, there's multiple ways to search people. So just, if you can't find them, just check for some other way, either using their address or their phone or something like that.
And again too, we talked about it, duplicates get created all the time. And I didn't actually address the fact that when you find duplicates in the system, so if you click this merge thing at the end here, so if you want to help out or you're just annoyed by seeing all this, so if you click this little merge box here, unfortunately it's not an automatic process, but it does signal to us to clean that up and merge these families together. Nothing you guys have to do, and again, we encourage you to try and find the families if they're in there, but they will get consolidated and merged at some point. I think the last thing we did want to talk about were surveys, which I don't know how well these will work.
So just before we move on to that, I know we've covered a lot of different tabs and typing people in and all that kind of stuff. Questions now? Do you have any questions now? Does it seem walking through the thing, was that okay, helpful for you? Okay, we're gonna point you as the person. Garrett's the one to ask. No. If you do have questions, call us, call the food bank when it comes to making referrals. But really, just do a couple practice rounds. We'll get you guys' so whoever is going to be on the west side doing the screening and referring, can I just get a list of those names and maybe your emails, I guess would be probably the easiest for your log-on information, so that we can make you guys an account, and then we'll send you the account and log-on information so that when you're over there you can actually do stuff. I don't know when your spring break is. Was it last week? Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so I don't know when you want to do this, but as soon as somebody can send over the list of names and email addresses, we'll get your accounts created, and pretty much that's it. That's all you have to do is and then you can start screening people. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So any questions on anything before we move move on to this like next thing that James wants to talk about really quick.
I think we got a lot of that.
We're still on. Are you done with Pantry?
Probably good. All right, awesome. All right, so you guys have all these questions you want to ask.
Yeah, any questions? Like, are there any questions?
No, I meant the survey.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. So again, more of the tabs. Get rid of it. So more tabs. So survey tools is what we're looking for here. And depending on, so this is just kind of a sample. By the time I think you guys want to start using this, kind of fleshed out, ready to go. I don't know how this is going to work. So let's say.
This is new. This is like happened since 5 p.m. tonight, so.
So it's this kind of weird irony. Well, there are things that we haven't fixed and could probably do better on. We could make stuff really fast. I don't really understand.
Right, like so anyway, like if there's desires and things like that, that's kind of the good thing about like having your programmer at the food bank is that you can change stuff around really quick. BMI 37. Yeah, right.
I don't know what's going to happen here, so this is often.
I'll talk to Mark about this.
Yeah. No, I don't know what happened.
So anyway, we're getting, as you can see, like programming is going on probably as we speak for getting whatever kind of questions and things you want into the system. One of the things too is like I looked at your list of questions and I don't know where this came from, but I would say like if there's any like standard or questions that have been validated in the population that you can use for some of those, I would encourage you to like find those. I don't know, does social work or anything like that have any kind of like screening tools or things like that that are used in the general population? I mean, I would just encourage you to look for like questions that have some kind of publication or some kind of like validation in the population, because sometimes they are good at actually getting at things that you might not get with other questions that you make up. So anyway, I'm just giving that as a suggestion. Okay, so stay tuned on this part. We don't necessarily know how this is going to work yet, but we might have to do some kind of like video, whatever, or like session round 2 or like 10 minutes, or maybe we'll actually do a video ourselves and post it to YouTube. Who knows? I don't know what we're going to do when it comes to this part of training. But
I mean, I would guess that for most of you guys, this is
probably going to be
you
really
guys,
like easy.
You know, you're raised on computers, you use computers every day. This is like, I could do this like half asleep. And that's great. I think we come from a world of, again, pantry volunteers who are generally over the age of 60, who sometimes when you train them, try to use the mouse like this, and then if they want to use the touch pad, I'm like, no, you're not allowed, you're not going to be good with it. So, you know, you guys should be fine with this stuff.
Okay. Any questions? Okay, I don't want to take up any more time because I know we totally like, you only have like 10 minutes left. Okay. All right. Okay, I think that's it. Is that it?
Yeah, thank you guys for what you're doing. Thank you for your time today. You know.
So